curious, Rob, do you have any suggestions on how to best develop company values for teams? And I'm also curious, how these values have impacted work culture and how you've seen that play out in the past.
Your values have to be either personal or as a small team. Like if you have a value as this, this 10,000 person organization, it's probably not going to work. And we've all seen ineffective values, hey, we want no failures across the whole company, or we want no LTIs. It's bad. Let's be honest, it's just bad. If you and your small team can have them, definitely do it. It's got to be personal and it's got to mean something. And when I say mean something, I mean something from an emotional level. And this is something I think a lot of us as engineers have a hard time understanding. And we always think hey, if we just could shut the doors out and close off to all emotions, we'd feel better. And I had this a lot. I was depressed for a long time and I thought hey, if I could just shut off everything, then I wouldn't be depressed and I could work harder. I'd be a robot. I'd be better. But I think emotions are the only way to get you to that next level of performance. And so if you're running off as this robot, you're never actually going to achieve those high levels of performance that the best in the world are. You're LeBron James, I'm watching The Last Dance, you're Michael Jordans of the world. And that's really, where you got to get to is these visions have to give you something inside you that makes you want to take that next step, to go that extra mile for your customer, for yourself, for the people around you, and really drive that result through.
Creating company or creating team values, it has to be authentic. It has to mean something to you, and it has to mean something to every single individual on the team. And I think the other thing that I hear you say is that, it's not about just a single person, right? It's not about, my values. When we talk about team values, it's also got to be relatable to everyone else on the team, because, a team runs twice as fast when you have everyone rowing in the same direction versus just a single person trying to, go at 110% speed.
I mean, that's what leadership is, right? If we're all in a boat and I can be the best rower, and if nobody else is rowing, I'm an ineffective leader and the boat's not going fast. But if I'm an effective leader and everybody else in the boat is rowing to their maximum potential, I can actually do nothing. Not that I would, but because that's also bad leadership. But the boat itself goes a lot faster and everyone's life is easier, right?